Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I start in English, of course, because we have an English-speaking block. For those of you, the very few, who haven't seen me around in the last 5 years, I'm Michael Kochen, and I'm an emeritus professor of general practice and a former head of this department. I start with two brief remarks. The first one is no PowerPoint. And the second is that I'm delighted to see so many friends and, of course, distinguished guests here, and it remembers me to old times, of course. And I'm equally pleased to see so many other people who I haven't seen so far, but I will concentrate, of course, to our distinguished guests from North America and the UK, still called UK. Let me just shortly deviate and highlight that we meet today in a free country, not yet infected by a linguistic and populistic virus, which might well influence the practice of medicine in many countries of the world. And having read the newspapers of today, learning that the Central European University in Budapest is close to be closed by the government is very bad news. It's the most popular and probably the best university in the country. I committed myself to the organizers of this meeting to keep a secret story private. But I have to tell you that all the foreign scientists, which are among us, were only formally invited. The truth is that they are refugees bound to Germany to apply for political asylum. On my way to Göttingen from Freiburg, and I brought the weather with me, I hope you appreciate that, I remembered my sabbatical at the University of Oxford at the turn of the century. People on the campus asked me, "Where are you from?" I said, "From Germany." "Oh, from Europe." So this might have been the first linguistic prototype of the Brexit 70 years ago. I do have another more scientific message for you. It deals with a brand new evidence-based guidelines of the Infectious Disease Society of America about urinary tract infection. I don't know, who of you know this brand new guideline? No? To be honest, I have no idea about the guideline myself. But what I've heard is a new rule issued by order of the new state counselor of the American Medical Association. It says by this counselor that all guidelines used in the United States must also be produced on site in the United States. Now imagine that you order a burger in a McDonald's in Germany, and all of a sudden the shop clerk explains to you that for the sake of American jobs, from now on all burgers must be fried in the United States and transported back to Germany, so that customers have to wait a bit longer than they used to. Although not yet published, the guideline has already a name. Some call it UTI MAGA. For urinary tract infections, Make America Great Again. Others call it UTI MAMA, which says Make America Miserable Again. Okay, now, I leave it with politics, I swear. Today's symposium, called Prevention, Diagnostics, and Rational Treatment of Frequent Infectious Disease, is jointly run by the Göttingen Department of General Practice and Family Medicine, the German College of General Practitioner and Family Physicians, DGAM, and I especially greet the president of the DGAM, Erika Baum, and the Robert Koch Institute in Berlin, more or less an equivalent of the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta. Sincere thanks to you all, and of course to the numerous helpers which you may not have seen here. It's my pleasure and privilege to introduce the distinguished guests who come from abroad and who will talk to you during the first block of this meeting in English. All of them are prestigious researchers working in primary care infectious diseases. I apologize for being very short in presenting essential aspects of their biography. Although Eva will adopt this part in more detail later, I take the unplanned liberty to mention a speaker who is not listed in this first block. She is a senior researcher and drug trial specialist from the Göttingen Institute, for whom the symposium was actually organized. This charming and talented woman, who very recently finished her formal scientific qualification for a professorship called Habilitation, which might be a foreign word for those who come from abroad, more than an equivalent to a conventional PhD. This woman is Ildiko Gagio. Ildiko, where are you? Here. Congratulations, Ildiko.